Please stand for the invocation, which will be given by Rabbi Isabel de Koning, Executive Director and Campus Rabbi, Hillel at Drexel University.
We pause on this great day of celebration to reflect, to give thanks, and to humbly ask for blessings for these graduates as they sail off into the next great horizon. With hearts overflowing, we give thanks for our graduates, for their families and friends, for our faculty, staff, and administrators. Each person here, and so many others we call to mind today, has served to nurture, sustain, support, challenge, inspire, and uplift these graduates. And by the merit of that devotion, we are able to celebrate this joyous graduation today. We ask the source of blessing to bless our graduates as they go forward into a world rife with challenges and ripe with possibilities. May you go out from Drexel with eyes filled with wonder and hearts filled with courage and compassion, ready to explore the world as it is and inspired to help transform it into the world that it might yet be. May the lessons you have learned and the tools you have developed here at Drexel serve to propel you forward. And may the many relationships that have sustained you here on campus continue to sustain you as you go out to heal the world's fractures, bring light to the darkest places in our communities, and offer hope in the face of our planet's most pressing challenges. May you each find the roles that will allow you to offer the world your greatest gifts in pursuit of peace, justice, and health. And may you be blessed with the ability to listen, to love, and to learn with the communities that you study and serve. May every day from this day forward offer your pathways for continued learning, growth, and service. May bold vision, wise counsel, and generosity of spirit light your way. May you be protected from all harm and affliction, and wherever your paths lead you, may each of you always be accompanied by great light, laughter, and love. May all this be so. And we say together, Amen.
Welcome, and please be seated. Please welcome the Senior Vice Provost of Drexel University, John DiNardo.
Good afternoon. It's my pleasure to welcome you to this commencement ceremony for Drexel University's Dornsife School of Public Health. I am so pleased and honored to be here and to be the first one to say congratulations to the class of 2017. We're so proud of your accomplishments, and we wish you the best success forward as Drexel alumni. This is a day of great promise. You, our graduates, are on the threshold of what I am sure will be remarkable and rewarding careers. Here to celebrate with you, we have many of those who supported and nurtured you along the way on your challenging educational journey. Among them, the dedicated faculty and professional staff members who have been committed to your success and continue to be committed to your success. Faculty and staff. And of course, we're joined by your families and friends and others who have formed you and been your greatest support network. Thank you so much, and let's have a round of applause for them. So to our graduates and also your parents, family, and friends, and to the faculty and professional staff who taught and assisted you, I offer my greatest congratulations. The world is a richer place today for your efforts, with more capacity for knowledge, for innovation, and for service to others. And that's what we celebrate at Commencement. I also want to extend a warm greeting to our commencement speaker, Imam Khalid Latif. He is the executive director and chaplain for the Islamic Center at New York University. Imam Latif brings a unique perspective, serving also as a chaplain for the New York City Police Department, only the second Muslim ever to serve as a chaplain. He has also spoken at length about the challenges of being a Muslim in the West in the post-9/11 world. As an NYU graduate, he stood with his classmates in Washington Square Park and watched in disbelief as a second plane slammed into the World Trade Center. In his police chaplain's uniform, he attends the annual 9/11 memorial, and he has shared stages with Pope Francis and the Dalai Lama. But he also says he encounters suspicion and has been visited in his home by the FBI multiple times. In his words, getting on and off of planes is not really a fun experience. Fortunately, the U.S. State Department, various institutions, corporations, mosques, and other communities in the United States, Canada, Denmark, the Netherlands, Spain, and Egypt have come to value Imam Latif's wise counsel. He is a highly sought-after speaker, and we look forward to hearing his insights today. Let me close by saying to our graduates that the world really needs you. Our long-term health and prosperity as a society depends on how you use the education you have worked so hard to acquire. If I would offer a piece of advice to you, it is to think of your future not only in terms of career decisions, but in terms of the problems you can solve and the challenges you can meet. If you follow your heart on these questions, then your career moves will take care of themselves. I also want to make a request of you that you please stay connected with your alma mater. The bonds you have formed as a Drexel student can be lifelong, and the Alumni Association can help you maintain these important relationships. I look forward to hearing about your future successes in scholarships, in the professions, or in service to others, and hopefully in all three. I'm so proud and pleased to share this day with you and your family. Thank you and congratulations. And now it's my pleasure to introduce Anna Diaz-Rue, Dean of the Dornsife School of Public Health. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Great. I am pleased to announce that the members of the Dornsife School of Public Health faculty and administration are assembled with the students and whom they have taught, mentored, and recommended for academic degrees. I also want to extend a special welcome to our special guests, Jerry Miller, Chair of the Dean's Advisory Council, and our keynote speaker, Iman Khalid Latif. You graduate at a very exciting time for public health. There is growing recognition that many things, virtually all of the things we do as a society, affect the health of populations, and that interdisciplinary and cross-sectoral approaches are necessary to improve the health of the public. Medicine and public health, sometimes artificially divided, are converging through the rediscovery of population health by the medical world. We have a rich and varied new data and new tools that we can use to understand and act to improve people's health. It is more apparent than ever that health is linked to social inequality and that improving health requires eliminating health disparities by class, race, sexual orientation, and geography. Environmental factors like climate change, the way in which we produce food, and the way in which we move around in our daily lives and transport ourselves from one place to another have major health impacts. We know that public health problems are increasingly global, not only as a result of the epidemics that span the globe, but also because it is increasingly apparent that the health challenges faced by countries and cities all over the world have many, many things in common. The links and synergisms between protecting health and protecting our planet are increasingly obvious. There are many challenges ahead, but also many, many opportunities. And we like to think and hope that we have prepared you to face those challenges. So go out, use what you have learned, keep learning, and seize these opportunities to improve the health of the public wherever your career takes you. Congratulations to the class of 2017. Now it is my pleasure to introduce Jihad Zarek, who will address us on behalf of the class of 2017. He has a degree in human biology from Wayne State University and 2 master's degrees, one from Drexel in forensic medicine, another one from neuroscience from the University College London. And he got the 3rd and most important one here. And while in his first year as an MPH student, he earned his MD PhD, a dual degree from the University of Pennsylvania, and is currently in his 2nd year of residency, so quite a curriculum here. He will be graduating today from Dornsife School of Public Health with a Master's of Public Health in Health Management and Policy. So please welcome Jihad Zarek.
Thank you for that kind introduction, Dean Diaz-Rue. I can finally tell my wife with a straight face that I've been to the gym. It's great. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jihad Zarek. I'd like to thank and welcome our honored guests, faculty, staff, family, and friends for being here today to celebrate this milestone in our lives. I also want to extend my sincerest gratitude to you, the 2017 graduates of the Dornsife School of Public Health. It has been my honor and privilege to stand beside you on this journey. Whether you're one of the doctoral, master's, or bachelor graduates, reaching this stage deserves immense recognition, literally and figuratively. By now, you've mastered the art of skimming publications, the patience required for group work, and even explored the physical boundaries of sleep deprivation. Be all that you can be with a public health degree. Now that we're graduating from a public health program, we should be able to answer the question that our friends and family are probably asking. What is public health? I actually tried to explain it to my mother last night, and that conversations continue to this morning. And, oftentimes you get this question, is it medicine? Are medicine and health the same thing? And the answer is, well, not really. Medicine identifies and treats the acute, while the public health identifies and prevents the chronic. So, here's my humble opinion. You are advocates for humanity. Advocates for fundamental human rights, regardless of condition, creed, or opposition. Your mission is not constrained by the boundaries of nations, but rather the capacity for human empathy. Each of you has been compelled to resist self-interest over the collective good, and no more noble a profession can exist. The strength of our calling is its inherent virtue to protect our species from harm, self-induced or otherwise. Whether combating social disparities via community partnerships, advocating for health initiatives, identifying environmental hazards, or measuring the scope of an issue, public health remains a pillar of our existence. Unfortunately, not all the population understands or agrees with our mission. Despite our intentions to protect, our support is limited. We've entered a new age of public health in which we must defend the values of our profession. You must have the courage to speak when you're silenced, the compassion to care when others hate, and the will to hope in the face of despair. I know it sounds daunting, but the truth is you all do this every day. You go to class, work, home, and you defend your opinions, your beliefs, your results, your exam answers. And if you're a grad student, all 3 in the same sentence. When you ask a person about their day or how they're feeling, there you've demonstrated compassion that truly resonates with another person. And by choosing this profession, you personify hope, you embody it. And I think maybe if we look around this room today and remember what these past years have been like, we feel that hope here. All of us sitting in this room hope that our time here has prepared us for the future. A fear of an uncertain path slowly becoming the confidence for a successful future. I can't speak for everyone, but I know that I'm nervous. I'm not sure what the future holds. It's scary. It's very frightening. It's like walking down the stairs in the dark. So many ways you can fall. So many opportunities to faceplant. But we've all done it. Walk down the stairs, not faceplant. And we do it one step at a time, slow and steady, using that railing or wall to support, to count on, to lean on. And that's what this degree is. You can count on your education in those times of uncertainty. Like the railing or the wall, it's reassurance that you can make it safely across the darkness and to that midnight snack. But what happens if we fall? What happens when we faceplant? Here's my advice. We laugh, we reach for that railing, we pull ourselves up, and we carry on. I've been thinking a lot recently about past explorers and how scary it must have been to leave their lives and homes, sail across the ocean in hopes of discovery, in hopes of a better future. Can you imagine? No GPS, no idea what's ahead, just the hope of something to land on. Perspective really sneaks up on you. Today, if you told someone that you were going to try a new restaurant without reviewing Yelp, they'd consider you brave. And every morning I get up, and for those first few minutes, I'm removing all the ridiculous crust out of my eyes and all that previous day's tension. I truly believe the world may be a better place than it was yesterday. That profound hope is what keeps me going. So I challenge you to be patient with hope and carry it with you like a badge in everything you do. I think that's what I've taken from Drexel and the incredible people here. The faculty and staff really have been beacons of guidance since we've been here, and I'd like to thank them. So thank you. I also want to thank our families and friends, especially our parents, for their support, not just financial. I know I can never repay my parents for all they've given and taught me. Thank you, Sayyid Talal and Haji Aida, my Baba and Mama. They're immigrants who sacrificed their lives for their children, and we love you for it. But let's give a round of applause for our families. We appreciate you even if we don't show it all the time. Thank you. Thank you to my brothers, sisters, Amina Ali, Huda Hassan, my father and mother-in-law, Dr. and Mrs. Jamal and Hannah Hakeem, for your unwavering support. And thank you, Radena, to my incredible wife and better half, for putting up with me and being my hope when I fail to see any other. And finally, I want to congratulate the doctoral, master's, and bachelor graduates of the class of 2017 on your brilliant achievements. I sincerely wish for the realizations of all your hopes and dreams. And remember that we all grow with the greatness of our tasks. Go become the giants I know you are. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you for those words, and congratulations on yet another master's, but the most important one. I hope you agree, right? So now it is my pleasure to introduce the Associate Dean for Academic and Faculty Affairs, Yvonne Michael, and Director of Student Services and Alumni Relations, Fee Gwyn, who will recognize this year's awards recipients.
Good afternoon. We want to acknowledge those undergraduate students who have received special recognition from the university. I would like to recognize those undergraduate students who have demonstrated outstanding academic achievement at Drexel, as reflected in outstanding final grade point average. Students who graduate with a GPA between 3.5 and 3.7 are designated cum laude, or with honor. Will cum laude graduates please stand to be recognized? Those graduating with a GPA between 3.7 and 3.9 are designated magna cum laude, or with outstanding honor. Will our magna cum laude graduates please stand to be recognized? We have two, Anna Gibbons and Cassandra Pickle. Students graduating with a GPA of 3.9 or higher are designated summa cum laude, or with highest honor. Will our summa cum laude graduate, Lan Van de Hai, please stand? Congratulations to all of you. And this year we have two Pannoni Honors College students graduating. Pannoni Honors College students are among the university's highest achieving. I would like to ask Anna Gibbons and Cassandra Pickle to stand and be recognized. Congratulations. We would also like to recognize our first public health undergraduate, who was also a Macy Undergraduate Leadership Fellow. The Macy Undergraduate Leadership Fellows Program is a certificate program designed for students in the health professions and public health. The program focuses on leadership development through experiential learning. Will Nama Njoku please stand up to be recognized? Congratulations. Membership in the Delta Omega National Honor Society is awarded to those students who have achieved, by their performance, the top grades in their class and who reflect a commitment to excellence in the application and synthesis of public health principles, as well as to the protection and improvement of population and community health. Student inductees are in the upper 25% of their class academically. We would like to honor students who will be inducted into the Delta Omega Honor Society. Will the new inductees remain in your seats but stand to be recognized? Yetunde Akinde, Giselle Babaraz, Daniel Gideon, Julie Hippolyte, Rennie Joshi, Julianne Nash-Errett, Natalie Negro, Amy Henderson Rayleigh, Courtney Sartain, Stephanie Sestito, Alexandra Skula, Allison Tartaglia, Anita Wade. Congratulations. Finally, we wish to recognize all our academic honors master's students who have achieved a 4.0 GPA. Please rise to be recognized. Giselle Babaraz, Nancy Hansen, Sherry Gentikos, Mary Kate Kelly, Rose McDonald, Janice Masood Paul, Ashley Nadler, Jillian Nash-Errett, Natalie Negro, Dorsha Pinsky, Anita Wade, Robin Yano. Congratulations.
Good afternoon. I am pleased to announce the 2017 annual award recipients for Dornsife School of Public Health. All of the award recipients we acknowledge today were nominated by students, faculty, or staff and selected by a school selection committee. The first award that I would like to present on behalf of the school is the Community Service Award. This award is for a graduating student who actively participates in service initiatives. This recipient exhibits dedication to community or volunteer service and a genuine commitment to the community. Please join me in recognizing Christine Alarcon, Master's Candidate. The next award is given to a student who demonstrates extraordinary commitment and achievement to the practice of public health. This can be through a project or experience completed during the academic year or summer as part of a degree requirement or not, or from co-curricular experience outside of the classroom. Please join me in congratulating Latiana Rigel, recipient of the Public Health Practice Award for Students. The next award for Outstanding Promise is given to a graduating student who has exhibited outstanding promise in the field of public health. The award is for a graduate student who has exhibited great promise for regional, national, or societal impact, and accordingly for enhancing Drexel's reputation now and in the future. This year, we have two deserving students. The first recipient of the Outstanding Promise Awards is given to a master's student. Please join me in congratulating Anita Wade for this year's Outstanding Promise Award. We would also like to recognize a doctoral graduate, Stephanie Main, who exemplifies outstanding, lost my spot, but unfortunately Stephanie is in Chicago and is not here to accept her award, but we'll make sure she gets her plaque. Congratulations, Stephanie. Reflecting President Fry's commitment for Drexel to become the most civically engaged university in the United States, the Outstanding Civic Engagement Award is presented to a graduate student with exemplary records of participation and leadership in civic engagement and community service. The Dornsife recipient of this award is Jeanette Bowles. Additionally, Jeanette received honorable mention from the Graduate College. Congratulations.
Thank you.
The Outstanding Dissertation Award is presented to doctoral students who have written original, innovative dissertations that reflect great research and have or are likely to be disseminated widely, having significant impact on the field and society. The Dornsife recipient of this award is Evelyn Arana. The Teaching Assistant Excellence Awards are presented to a graduate student who serves as teaching assistant and who exhibits exemplary commitment to student learning, reflective teaching practices, leadership, and a commitment to professional growth as a teacher. The Dornsife recipient of this award is Daniel Vader. Daniel is not here today because he is attending his wife's commencement ceremony. Congratulations to all of our student award recipients and students graduating with special honors. Finally, please join me in recognizing our graduates who have served as leaders for their class and the entire Dornsife School of Public Health student body. They have represented our school across campus, participated in recruitment events, organized social and educational activities, and have been excellent liaisons between students and the administration. Will the following student officers, representatives, and leaders stand to be recognized? Anoop Abraham, Reagan Murray, Katrina Obieta, Anthony Picozzi, Nilanjana Samanta, Stanton Kuklik, Carly Ritchie Zavaleta, Niall Tyson for the undergraduates. Thank you so much for your service and congratulations on your graduation.
back, this time to announce the 2017 annual award recipients among our faculty. So along with our graduates, we celebrate our distinguished faculty. Without them, the milestone we mark today could not have been reached. The Public Health Practice Award is given to a faculty member who has demonstrated a commitment to the practice of public health and the improvement of health. Join me in congratulating Amy Carroll Scott, Assistant Professor of Community Health and Prevention, who was selected as the recipient of the Public Health Practice Award. May you please stand. The Golden Apple Award is designed to honor faculty who guide and inspire students and stimulate their intellectual interest and enthusiasm. Join me in congratulating Esther Chernak, Associate Professor of Environmental and Occupational Health, who was selected for this year's Teaching Award. The Mentor Recognition Award is given by the public health students in recognition of outstanding contributions to the student body in the areas of mentorship, advisement, teaching, or other service to the school. Jonathan Pirtle, Assistant Professor of Health Management and Policy, was selected as this year's recipient. Unfortunately, Dr. Pirtle could not be with us here today because he's at a training fellowship, but congratulations to John. The Barbara G. Hornum Award for Teaching Excellence is awarded by the Office of the Provost to a teaching faculty member that exemplifies the highest quality of teaching and pedagogical innovation and rigor. Congratulations to Rabbi Nancy Epstein, Teaching Associate Professor in Community Health and Prevention, who was awarded the Barbara Hornum Teaching Award. And please join me in another round of applause for all of our faculty.
I am now delighted to introduce Iman Khalid Latif, who will deliver this year's keynote address. Iman Khalid Latif is the University Chaplain for New York University and Executive Director of the Islamic Center at NYU and a chaplain for the NYPD. He was appointed the first Muslim chaplain at NYU in 2005 and the first Muslim chaplain at Princeton University in 2006. Under his leadership, the Islamic Center at NYU became the first established Muslim student center at an institution of higher education in the United States. Iman Latif's exceptional dedication and ability to cross interfaith and cultural lines brought him recognition throughout New York City and elsewhere across the world. In 2007, Mayor Michael Bloomberg nominated Iman Latif to become the youngest chaplain in history of the New York City Police Department at the young age of only 24. Most recently, Iman Latif was selected as one of 60 New York City leaders to serve on Mayor Bill de Blasio's transition team. He was also appointed to a task force to combat hate by the New York City public advocate Tish James to deal with the rise in Islamophobic, anti-Semitic, and anti-Sikh sentiment in the city. In all he has done, Iman Latif has promoted a culture of valuing inclusiveness and diversity. He has worked tirelessly to foster dialogue and understanding across people and across faiths. For these reasons, he is a perfect embodiment of the values that underlie our school and our public health work. Please give a warm welcome to our keynote speaker, Iman Khalid Latif.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon. Oh, thank you. As was mentioned earlier in the ceremony, I had the distinct pleasure of sharing a stage with Pope Francis when he visited the United States a short time ago. It was arguably one of the most impactful meetings I've ever had in my life, to be in the presence of an individual who is so firmly drawn by a sense of value and conviction, something I'll carry with me throughout the rest of my days in this world. A lot of people, they ask me, what was it like to meet the Pope? For some reason, the question I got asked the most was, what did he smell like? So I don't know, he smelled pretty good. A week after he and I spoke together at the Ground Zero site in New York City, to an audience of about 400 people, city officials, 9/11 family members, faith leaders, and celebrities, but really a global audience in the millions if someone of the Pope's stature could command. I was speaking at Case Western University in Ohio, and a young woman there asked me, what was it like to meet the Pope? I said, you know, it was crazy. People lined up for hours, not even to hear this man speak, but just to watch his car drive by. People who had a deep relationship with Catholicism, people who had a tangential relationship with Catholicism, people who weren't even Catholic. They were just so moved by his message, and they wanted to be in his presence. And I said everything that he had spoken on that entire tour had been scripted, English not being his primary language, Spanish being his primary language. And the night before he and I spoke together at the Ground Zero site, he delivered a message at a well-known cathedral in New York City called St. Patrick's. There's about 3,000 people in attendance. For so many of them, this would be the highlight of their life. The night that they not only got to hear the Pope in person live, but for some of them, they got to shake his hand and get a hug from him. A night that they would tell their children about and their children's children about. And anything that would come out of this man's mouth, they would take as pure fact without any hesitation. I said that night, he started his remarks by going off script. And he first began by praying for 700 Muslims who had died that morning while performing a pilgrimage to Mecca. And I said to that young woman, why do you think he would do something like that? He's in the city where the 9/11 attacks took place. The relationship between Muslim community and governmental apparatus, quite hostile, tenuous at best. No one would have faulted him had he not done it. They wouldn't have said, I can't believe you didn't pray for those Muslims. He simply did it because he felt it was the right thing to do. This is a man who chooses to eat with the homeless rather than politicians. A man who asked his global constituency to take in Syrian refugees at a time when so many of the world's leaders, including elected officials in this country, were looking for every justification to keep them out. A man who understands his existence as being something much bigger than he himself. And where he can, without condition or qualification, be a resource to any, he would do so. And I think when you take that example and you juxtapose it with the unfortunate realities that we are bombarded with day in and day out today, that the news that you read is the same news that I read, and sometimes you can't even tell if it's new news or old news. Individuals so moved by egocentricity and arrogance, greed and selfishness, manifesting in racism, bigotry, and hatred, with no interest other than the serving of their own self-interest. And their ability to do so comes from segmenting and dividing us in ways that we buy into a certain antagonistic narrative of the other, that today as you graduate from this place, you want to be able to realign to an understanding that says our deepest strengths are not when we are apart, but only when we come together in ways that we uniquely can. How you see people is not indicative of who they are. But how you see people will tell you a lot about yourself. And if you perceive somebody solely through the way that they dress, the color of their skin, whether they have a certain accent or not, the fundamental question you have to ask yourself is, why do you see it that way? Your organs of sensory perception, they are not limited to the eyes that you see with, the ears that you hear with, the tongues that you taste with, the hands that you touch with, even the minds that you think with. But you have a primary organ of cognition that will synthesize all of this information as it goes into you in various ways. And if you don't know why it's processing in the way that it is, it's just going to regurgitate the same challenges that we see day in and day out. Do you get what I'm saying? You don't get what I'm saying. I'll give you an example. I was speaking at MIT some time ago. There's about 500 or 600 people there. I took some of my students from New York University with me. And a young woman came up to me afterwards and she said, "My sister's a really big fan of yours. Can I introduce her to you?" And I said, "Sure." And she walked up to where I was standing, leading her sister all the way arm in arm because her sister was blind. She couldn't see. So we had a conversation for a few moments, and as we wrapped up, this young woman who was blind, she couldn't see, she said to me, "You know, I thought you'd be a lot taller." I said, "What?" And she said, "Your voice, it's not coming from up here, but it's coming from down here." And I said, "Oh." And one of my students who was with me, he said, "Isn't that remarkable? She's blind and she could tell how short you are." And outside I said, "Oh yeah, that's so amazing." But inside I was thinking, man, how short am I? A blind woman just told me I'm short. She didn't need eyes to see. Do you understand? And sometimes we take the most simplistic level of understanding because all we're seeing is what it is that we see, but we're not getting to the depth of certain realities. And this is imperative to be able to reflect upon now, because in your work, you will have full opportunity to decide who it is that you will serve and who it is that you will not serve. And you have to ask yourself today, what will somebody need to look like for me to not be there for them? What color of skin will they need to have? What will the texture of their hair need to be? What part of the world will they need to come from so that my education, my training, my skills will not be used for their benefit? What allows for the perpetration of hate and bigotry in this world? The systematic and structural mechanisms that seek to just oppress through iniquitous means are not those individuals who go out and perpetrate, but so many more of us who have the ability to do something about it, but we simply sit back and do nothing. In the last few months, I've stood at press conference after press conference and rally after rally in the wake of a rise of anti-bigoted, anti-Muslim, anti-immigrant, anti-woman, anti-LGBTQ, anti-black, anti-Asian, anti-any minority that you could think of. And one of the hardest ones that I stood at was at a park in Brooklyn called Adam Yauch Park, named after one of the Beastie Boys. And we gathered there. There was celebrities, politicians, another Beastie Boy was there by the name of Ad Rock. And we came together because somebody had vandalized a children's playground there with swastikas, the words, "Make America White Again," and Trump. And when I got on the microphone, I said to those people that that swastika represents to me the darkest potential of humanity. That you had people who were so motivated by their hate and bigotry that their entire objective was the annihilation of our Jewish brothers and sisters from this world. But it represents to me a second dark potential of humanity as well. That those individuals who sought to perpetrate that genocidal violence were only able to be successful because there were so many others who had the means to stop them, but just sat back and watched and did nothing. Where the line is drawn is not just on those who engage in acts of hatred and inequity and those who speak out against them, but individuals who are arguably just as bad as those who perpetrate that violence because they have the ability to do something, but they just sit back and watch. And the irony of today, when you sit wearing the same exact clothing as the people sitting around you, where you are probably more similar externally than you have ever been before to people who are different, the recognition has to come that there will be certain things that some of us go through that the rest of us will never see, and there's certain things that we will only have the ability to stop because of the unique power and privilege that we have been afforded to be able to serve those who are underserved and underprivileged. But that's an individual decision. And you have to start to think about it deeply from right now. And beyond the individual interactions on systemic levels, there are things that take place whether we recognize them or not. In the wake of a lot of hatred and bigotry, people have come to me and said, "What can we do to help you? Where is it that we can stand with you? How can we be a means of support? What can we do to help you heal?" And I say to them what I say to you, my brothers and sisters. I am not what is in need of healing, because I am not what is broken. You and I have to be the means now through which we remedy those things that actually need addressing. I work as a chaplain for the NYPD, as was mentioned. And one of the things that we do as police chaplains every year is attend the Ground Zero Memorial Service on September 11th. We start out by having breakfast with family members at police headquarters. We then take a bus down to the Ground Zero site and participate in the ceremony. And by rank, I'm an inspector. It's a fairly high rank, one rank below a one-star chief in this very military-esque institution. And on the 9th anniversary of the attacks, Vice President Biden was there. And we started the day as we normally would. There was a stage where the ceremony took place. In front of that, a VIP area for 9/11 family members, city officials, and others. Behind us, a press pit for the media to come and watch. And behind them, an area for the public to come and view. So while we're waiting for the ceremony to start, I'm in my police uniform, an inspector's uniform. I'm talking to people, we're waiting for things to get going. 3 men approach me wearing suits and they say, "Secret Service has spotted you from the top of a building. They want us to check your credentials just in case." I said, "Just in case what?" He said, "We're sorry we're doing this to you." I said, "Then why are you doing it?" And to understand what they question at that moment is not merely my physical presence there, but the entire validity of my emotion tied to that space. Where I was an undergrad at New York University on September 11th in 2001. I stood with about 12,000 of my classmates in the middle of our campus in a park known as Washington Square as we watched the second plane fly into the towers. As Muslim students, we had no established chaplaincy at that time. We had to deal with so many things on our own. Media from all over the world was shoving microphones in our face because we were arguably the closest Muslim group to the Ground Zero site, and they wanted to know, what do Muslims think? We dealt with a lot of backlash, a lot of hate. The very next day, a young woman tried to push me down a staircase. I stood at numerous funerals for people of my faith and other walks of life who died on that day. And so much of the work that I do until today is informed by the atrocities of that day. And in that moment, those men questioned the validity of all of it. And the frustrating thing isn't that I'm going through it, but what can I really do about it? That if I was to say anything in response, it would make the situation a lot worse for me. And so where I couldn't speak, and there was hundreds of people watching and they said nothing, there was a mother standing next to me who lost her son on September 11th. And she said to those men, "What you are doing right now is more dishonoring to the memory of our loved ones that we lost on that day than anything else. That here this young man is standing with us in our moment of need, and you're making it seem as if he's doing something wrong just because he's Muslim." And as easily as they had taken the validation away, she brought it right back. I share this with you for a few reasons. One, primarily, you want to understand somebody sitting somewhere concocted a policy that trickled down to those men that said, if you see somebody that looks like this, look at them again. I'm in a police uniform, man, an inspector's uniform. And even if I wasn't, it still wouldn't be okay. The realities that numerous minority populations face in this country on systemic levels are things that we have to recognize so that we can stand against it with the best of everything that we have to offer. And I say this to you as somebody who has shared stages with the Pope and the Dalai Lama, been invited to speak with the president and his senior staff, not this president, the previous one. Don't get me wrong. I've been interviewed by every media outlet that you can think of. From Stephen Colbert to Katie Couric, been on the cover of Newsweek magazine. I've still had the FBI up in my house. And when I've asked them after a few times, what do you really want from me? They say, you're just too good to be true. Know that we're watching you. As was mentioned on before, getting on and off of planes is not a fun experience. I've probably been pulled off of more planes than most of you have flown on in your whole lives. The realities of being surveilled, profiled, and detained, I can tell you in deep detail. If that's happening to somebody who has my connections, what do you think is happening to others? And important to recognize, as a Muslim who comes from a South Asian background, born in this country, in New Jersey, and living in New York City, going through all of these things, I still couldn't tell you what it's like to be a black person living in this country. Now, if anyone was to ask me if I was to go through it all over again, I would say most definitely I would. Because for certain battles to be won, those battles have to take place in the first place. You might be the only one that is standing when everyone else is seated. You might be the only one that is speaking when everyone else is silent. But you might be that critical voice, that critical body that ignites what is needed for everyone else to get going. Don't hold back what it is that you have the unique ability to offer. And when you think about goodness, and why you were given the degree that you have harnessed today, when you think about achievement and what it means to be a person who understands what really guides and motivates themselves, don't think about somebody wretched like me, but think about that mother who in that moment leveraged her power and her privilege to serve somebody who was underserved and underprivileged just because it was the right thing to do. Because who in their right mind would say something to a mother who lost her son on September 11th while she's standing at the Ground Zero site on September 11th? Nobody. And she knew this, and she used it just because she knew it was the right thing to do. That's the kind of goodness you want to be able to harness. Today, make an affirmation that your growth as you move forward on every tomorrow that you see will not be by understanding the other only through preconceived ideas and notions, but you will learn the stories of those that are different from you by actually being with them. To take time to understand that what it is that we are fed is not often what is reality. And the gain will not be only for those that will benefit from your presence, but your perspectives will broaden in ways that you can't even imagine. May your noble intentions be elevated and life's objectives be facilitated as you continue to do all that you do. May you be protected always from hearts that are not humble, tongues that are not wise, and eyes that have forgotten how to cry. May your successes of today be the first of many, and may you be granted more success on every tomorrow that you see. Go forward and be the reason that people have hope in this world, and never the reason that people might dread it. Congratulations, class of 2017. We are so proud of you and waiting to see what you will accomplish.
So thank you for these very inspiring and powerful words. I'm sure all of our graduates will remember them. So in addition to a small gift, we shared with Iman Latif, we gave Iman Latif a pin, a Health and Human Rights pin that all of our students received when they started the program, as a symbol of our commitment to health as a human right. And now, the time our graduates have been waiting for. It's time to individually recognize all of our graduates assembled today. And I would like to invite Shannon Marquez, Associate Vice Provost in the Office of International Programs and Director of the Office of Global Public Health at our school, to the podium to recognize this year's graduating students. Our school was founded on the principle of health as a human right, and when our students first arrived, as I just mentioned, at our school, they participated in something we call the pinning ceremony, which was established by Jonathan Mann, the founding dean of our school, as a symbol of our commitment to health as a human right, as I said earlier. And today, as they graduate, in addition to their diploma, we will also be handing the students a copy of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights as a symbol of their enduring commitment to improving health for all. So Shannon.
In Diaz-Ru. We will begin by honoring our graduating doctoral students who will receive their hoods to recognize their accomplishment. Marshals, please escort the doctoral graduates to the stage to receive their hoods. Supervising professors, please proceed forward to join your student. Lee Jo Woo, Supervising Professor, Dr. Seth Wells. David Kern, Supervising Professor, Dr. Seth Wells. Anna Elizabeth Wallace, Supervising Professor, Dr. Craig Newshafer. Porni Abasekura, Supervising Professor Renee Turchi. Susan Solecki, Supervising Professor Dr. Renee Turchi. Jeanette Bowles, Supervising Professor Dr. Stephen Lankenau. Teresa Faye Hillier, Supervising Professor Dr. Randall Sell. Evelyn Arana, Supervising Professor Dr. Michael Udell. Janae Massey, Supervising Professor, Augusta Villanueva. Allison Tartaglia, Supervising Professor, Dr. Augusta Villanueva. Carly Ritchie Zavaleta, Supervising Professor, Dr. Augusta Villanueva. Salini Mohanty, Supervising Professor, Dr. Amy Carroll Scott. Amy Henderson Riley, Supervising Professor, Dr. Shurichi Sood. Congratulations to all the doctoral degree recipients. Marshals, please escort the master's graduates to the stage to be individually recognized. Raquel Harvey. Natalie Negro. Julia Hoyer. Stephanie Campos. Jillian Nash Arat. Anita Wade. Jennifer Stempinski. Latiana Alicia Ridgell. Dorsha Pinsky. Christine Alarcon. Patrick Mullen. Stephen Labarge. Evan Dunn. Blair Galante. Nadia Dorova. Sarah Lynn Robitaille. Emily Verderame. Richard Pacella. Minal Hatwar. Anna S. Henderer. Stephanie Ruth Sestito. Caitlin Jones. Sydney Marie McGuire. Vijay Murthy. Giselle Babiars. Hannah Ibrahim. Samantha Jo Richardson. Devin Sneed. Yuling Tan. Chi Zhang. Joy Ying Zhu. Olakunle Jayayola. Hope Claire Ogigo. Joanna Rukumar. Jalal Masood. Ushma Manaj Mehta. Zoya Shamsi. Natasha Atawala. Champagne R. Smith. Bethann Morris. Elizabeth Taggart. Raven Jones. Tanisha Jabri Douglas. Alton Reed. Daniel Gideon. Hushmarat Singh Tung. Kamadija Rana. Samira A. Khan. Cypria Fnu. Manasavi Shah. Stuthi Parambeti. Dr. Jihad Zarik. Bingjing Zhang. Samia Angel Foy. Tasha White. Mira Ragupath. Rosie McDonald. Janice Masood Paul. Dion Lerman. Yen An. Brian Levchuk. Yatunde Moralaki Akinde. Julie Tania Hippolyte. Megan Mansfield. Cynthia Alberto. Monica Faye Zach. Mary Kate Kelly. Catherine Lynn Nelson. Megan Elizabeth Smith. Reagan Marie Murray. Vaishnavi Vaida. Alexandra Marie Skula. Samantha Lynn Wexer. Katrina Marina Baroza Abieta. Linda Yeen. Bishoy Samuel Salib. Rennie Joshi. Tashi Lamo. Navya Kumar. Maxwell Boama. Joshua Palmer. Anthony Picklesy. Jillian M. Tessing. Genevieve Marie Adair. Thomas Rizzoli Jr. Karina Christine Gervishi. Cody James Griffith. Jeninfum Higgs. Molly Elizabeth Mahoney. Abigail Lauren Webb. Leon Losivi Villavicencio. Anoop Abraham. Navia Suzanne Carcata. Jessica Goldstein. Alexa Rose Ranowski. Haley Elizabeth Grunwald. Cody Bender. Portia Elizabeth Walmer. Samira Kaniganti. Kia Ashley Williams. Courtney Caroline Sartain. Danielle Dunstan. Daniel Kender. Jenny Coleman. Julia Orchinik. Shadane Shaw. Sana Imam. Joanne Elizabeth Dietrich. Kehinde Temetope Ogubule. Ruby Abaka Youngson. Ashley Jones. Nilanjana Samantha. Iman Kundu. Siyu Lee. Congratulations to all our master's degree recipients. Marshals, please escort the graduates receiving a dual degree to the stage to be individually recognized. The BS MPH. Now this student, and there was one, has completed a Master's of Public Health degree as well as a Bachelor's of Science degree in Biological Sciences. Cassandra Marie Pickle. The MD, MPH. These students completed the Master's of Public Health as a part of the dual Doctor of Medicine and Master of Public Health degree. They're not here today to accept their degrees. They are here, okay. Julie Hippolyte. Congratulations to Julie on the MD, MPH. Yatunde Akinde. And Brian Lefchek. Congratulations on our MD, MPH graduates. Marshals, please escort the bachelor's graduates to the stage at this time to be individually recognized. Niall Tyson. Anna Rose Gibbons. Nama Njoku. Chelsea Angela Moniz Elam. Lan Van Hai. Ruben Ganesh. Congratulations to all of our bachelor's degree recipients.
Before we move on to the last part of our ceremony, I'd like to lead one more round of applause for all of our graduates today. Drexel University enjoys a long-standing tradition of involvement and participation of its alumni in every aspect of university life, and we are particularly proud of our public health alumni and of remaining in contact with them. So we hope all of the graduates will connect to our alumni. And we are delighted to have with us Madison Davidson, 2015 graduate of the Master of Public Health and Epidemiology and chair of the Dornsife Public Health Alumni Network, who will share a few words with us.
Good afternoon, graduates, faculty and staff, family and friends. It is my pleasure to speak to you today on behalf of the Public Health Alumni Network. First of all, congratulations. I speak from experience when I say that I know your accomplishment is no small feat. There were late nights, lots of office hours, and missed time with family and friends. It is with distinct pleasure that I welcome you into the Public Health Alumni Network, a network that is now more than 1,800 strong. This network spans the country and globe. Alumni are working across the public and private sectors, and many alumni have embarked on doctoral programs, some right here at Dornsife, a testament to the school and the close ties they have formed. What this means is that no matter where your path takes you, a fellow School of Public Health alumni will be nearby. The Public Health Alumni Network was revitalized in 2016, and I have the pleasure to serve as the current president of the network. The goals of the Alumni Network are to increase connections between alumni, support alumni career development, and connect alumni back to the school. To accomplish these goals, we have begun hosting regional events in cities including Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., and Chicago, and this list will continue to grow. We're formalizing a mentor program, which I hope you will choose to be a part of, to connect alumni and students with similar interests, backgrounds, and goals. And finally, we will also extend opportunities to you to provide alumni feedback to the school for strategic planning. As you enter the workforce, your job may take you away from the immersion in public health you are used to. Remember your roots and what is important to you, and bring that to your daily life. Now, perhaps more than ever, the lessons you learned here and your understanding of health as a human right must remain core values that you leverage in the workplace. You have the education, the skills, and the power to improve and protect the health of those who need it most. Your experiences here have prepared you to enter the world as a public health professional. You've done the work, put in the time, balanced competing priorities, and formed friendships that will last a lifetime. Now it is your time to show the world what a Dornsife School of Public Health graduate is made of. Congratulations, class of 2017, you did it.
Thank you, Maddie. In this ceremony, we have paid tribute to the graduating class of 2017. Now it is the graduates' turn to salute those who have helped them along the way. I would like the parents, spouses, partners, and children, and loved ones of our graduates to please stand so that you may receive the thanks you so richly deserve. And now, I ask the class of 2017 to salute the faculty and staff at Drexel University who have helped them throughout the programs. Will the members of the faculty and staff please rise? Thank you for joining us today. We encourage our graduates and families to join us immediately following the ceremony for a reception to celebrate the class of 2017. The reception is located at Baracus Grand Hall in the Cree Student Center. We are excited to continue graduation activities tomorrow, Tuesday, June 13th, with the university-wide commencement at Citizens Bank Park beginning at 7:30 p.m., where all degrees will be formally conferred. We hope to see you there. And we ask that when our ceremony ends to please stay in your seats until the graduates and the stage party have exited. Once again, congratulations and welcome to the world of public health.